Welcome to Thanksgiving week. Hey, hey, we've almost made it to Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday. Thanksgiving week, I love it. So, guys, a couple quick reminders. Don't forget, our Delta math is due Tuesday, November 24th. Big thing there. I know we've been working on that for almost 3 weeks now. But I just wanted to give you one more reminder. For me, that's tomorrow, and hopefully, as you're watching this on Monday, which is when it's going up, it'll be tomorrow for you too. I'll be posting a video to help you guys. So there will be like a last-minute video to help if you're struggling with some of the tougher parts of this. But don't forget, there's also the show example button. There's the watch video button. You got a lot of options on that. Now, on to our lesson. Chapter 3, Day 7, deals with standard form. Oh, no. Standard form of an equation. That's not a form we've dealt with before. We've dealt with slope-intercept. We've dealt with point-slope. Standard form is a brand new form. And it's going to be a form that involves, check this out, it's a standard form. It's going to be a form that involves x and y intercepts. That's what it's going to be good for. Because if you remember, slope-intercept was good with slope and the y-intercept. Point-slope was good with getting us a point and the slope. This is going to be all about the x and the y-intercepts. And let's do a quick reminder. Look, over here, let's draw a little coordinate plane. Do that. Remember, here's our x-axis. Here's our y-axis. And I'm going to draw a line going through, boom, there. So what is an x-intercept? What is a y-intercept? We know, just a quick reminder, those are points. These are points on the axes. So for example, an x-intercept, that is where this line hits the x-axis, boom, right here. Let's call that 1, 2, we'll say it's -3. And then what would the y be if we're on the x-axis? What would the y coordinate be? Well, it's not positive, it's not negative, it is 0. And so for an x-intercept, we know the x will be a number and the y will always be 0. Y will always be 0. Now for a y-intercept, that's when this line hits the y-axis. Let's say that is at, for y, that looks like it's hitting at, we'll say 2. But what is the x? Well, are we going left at all? Nope. We going right at all? Nope. X is 0. So with a y-intercept, x is always 0. With an x-intercept, y is always 0. And so we're going to see some equations here. Now, these are not written. Check it out. These are not written in slope-intercept or point-slope form. Check it out. That's not. What form is that? It may be that one right there. We're going to talk about that on the back page. But guys, let's see if we can find, they ask us to find the x and y intercepts of these equations. The problem is we don't have a graph. There's no graph. So how do we do this? We go back to what we talked about a second ago. With an x-intercept, we know y will always be 0. So if you want to find an x-intercept, see how we have an x and a y there? If you want to solve this for x, you need to make y 0. So what's that going to look like? Well, you plug 0 in for y, you're going to have 3x plus 4 times not y, but 0 equals 24. And guess what? You can do the exact same thing with your y-intercept. Except this time, we're not making y 0. With a y-intercept, we know x is going to be 0. Make sure you give yourself a little bit of room over here because you're going to be working out number 2 by yourself here in a second. But so we'll have 3 times not x, but 0 plus 4 times y equals 24. And so you solve each of these separately. So 4 times 0, gone, that's 0. You're left with 3x equals 24. Divide by 3. Turns out x equals 8. Haha! So what's our x-intercept then? Because remember, at x-intercept are coordinates, x and a y. Well, x is going to be 8, and the y, we said earlier, is 0. So there's your x-intercept. See if you guys can do this for the y-intercept. Take your time. See if you can work this out and solve for y. You guys able to multiply this to get 0, and then divide by 4, y equals 6. And we know that's going to be 0, 6. X is 0, y is 6. So I'm going to let you guys see if you can try number 2 for me, please. We're going to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Let's see how you guys did. I think the x-intercept, hopefully we probably felt decent about. Make y be 0. Then that destroys the 4. So you're left with 2x equals negative 8. Divide by 2. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. And so, of course, as a point, that'd be negative 4, 0. Now, this was the one I was a little bit more worried about, our y-intercept. So we plug in 0 for x. So 2 times 0 minus 4y equals negative 8. 2 times 0, gone. You're left with negative 4y equals negative 8. And I was worried because I thought some of us would forget this negative here, and I thought we'd forget it when we divided. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 cancels. Negative 8 divided by negative 4 gives you a positive 2. So x is 0, y is 2. Those are our intercepts. And I really, really like this next section, guys. Check it out. So we're going to do numbers 3 and 5 together. And then I'm going to let you guys try. You're going to try number 4 and number 6 here in just a sec. You're going to try those two. But first, let's look at what we're doing here. We're going to draw a line when we're given the intercepts. Now remember, how many points do we need to make a line? How many points do we need to make a line? 2. That's all you need. And guess what? If they give you the x-intercept and the y-intercept, that's 2 points. So with an x-intercept, we remember seeing these up here. We know an x-intercept, that's where the number they give you is going to be our x. But then what's the y-coordinate? It's always 0 for an x-intercept. And likewise, if they give you the y-intercept, remember these up here? We said that x is going to be 0, and then y, of course, is going to be a number. So 0, negative 3. And if you wanted to graph this, you would go to the origin and go, okay, 2, 0. So 1, 2. That's my point at 2, 0. And then 0, negative 3, start back at the origin, and I go down 1, 2, 3 on the y-axis. Boom. There's 0, negative 3. And then, honestly, you can just connect these dots, or you can look at the slope and say, okay, up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. So really, I could just go up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. Up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. You don't have to do this. You could have just done 2 lines here. But I wanted to give you a chance. This one was easier to do because all you had to do was plot the points. This next one, we'll just get 2 points. We'll just get 2 here. So let's look at number 5. They want us to graph each equation once again using the x and the y-intercepts, just like before. So we go, okay, find the x-intercept. That's when y is going to be 0. And to find the y-intercept, that's when x is going to be 0. Okay. So we'll take a second here. We go 3x plus 0 equals negative 6. or that's just 3x equals negative 6. And honestly, you don't have to do this step up here. If you realize that that y is going to cancel out, you can start with this right here. So we divide by 3. Negative 6 divided by 3 would be negative 2. So negative 2, 0 is our point for the x-intercept. And then, voice correct. And then for the y-intercept, we've got plug in 0 for x. And when that destroys, you just get y equals negative 6, which we know is 0, negative 6. So when you go to plot these, again, when we had to do this work, all you need is 2 points. So negative 2, 0, start at the origin. We go left 2, boom. And then 0, negative 6, start at 0, 0, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is 0, negative 6. There's negative 2, 0. And all you need are 2 points. That's all you need right there. So I'm going to let you guys try number 4 and try number 6 for me, please. Okay, so number 4. X-intercept is negative 4, so we know that is at negative 4, 0. So I go left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. There's that one right there, negative 4, 0. Then the y-intercept, that's 0, negative 2. I start at the origin, I go down 2. Boom. There's that point. And again, all you need is 2 points. Or if you wanted to make more, you could go, okay, we go down 1, 2, over 1, 2, 3, 4. And you could go, down 2, over 1, 2, 3, 4. If you wanted to get more of a line, but honestly, we're fine with 2 points on these. And then down here, a little bit more work. Look at what I did, guys. So to find the x-intercept, I said, okay, the y is going to be 0. Well, then I'm just going to get rid of the term that has y. Boom, it's gone. You're just left with 5x equals 30. I did the same thing over here. Y-intercept, make x 0, 5x gone. You're just left with negative 6y equals 30. That's a little bit quicker. So we divide by 5, x equals 6. Divide by negative 6. Y equals, looks like negative 5. So we've got 0, negative 5, and 6, 0. So we go down and plot them. 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then y-intercept 0, negative 5, 0, 0. We go down 5. And there you go, guys. So we're going to learn about how, you notice how all these equations are kind of written the same. We're going to learn about how that's really standard form tomorrow, but I wanted to give you guys a little intro today into day 7 and into standard form. So don't forget, we got Delta Math due Tuesday, November 24th. That could be tomorrow. In fact, hopefully it is if you're watching this. I'm going to have a video tomorrow to help you with that, and I'm going to finish up day 7 tomorrow. So part 2 is coming on Tuesday also. So day 7, part 2 is coming on Tuesday also, just like our Delta Math. Thank you, guys. I'll be talking to you soon.